I gotta tell you, I really like being wrong in situations like last week when I predicted the Bills to lose to the Colts 23-19, and I post the video and I get a lot of comments, man, how could you? I won't watch this ever again. I don't know if they're being sarcastic or not, but I just needed to see it. That's the kind of situation with anything, any unknown. You sort of need to see it. Why should I believe? The Bills hadn't, and don't take that the wrong way, let me finish my thought. The Bills hadn't been in the playoffs for 15 years. They've gone through a bunch of different coaches, and nothing's worked. So I need to see it to believe it. I saw it on Sunday. I'm excited. I'm even more excited than I was going into Sunday. Now that we're playing New England this week, which I'll obviously get into, because we beat the Colts, who it was a total statement victory. Bills win 27-14. They beat Andrew Luck. They beat the Indianapolis Colts. Andrew Luck, a widely regarded as an MVP candidate, almost a runaway MVP candidate, and honestly he might still be, but the Bills frustrated him from start to finish. The Colts tried to get better in the offseason by adding Frank Gore and Andre Johnson, but you couldn't overcome their problems on the offensive line. Andrew Luck was still sort of running for his life, and he's built to handle that type of pressure. He is an elusive player. He's got a great arm with obviously good arm strength. Very good, very smart. He's the perfect quarterback, and he's built to sustain that, but you still need to do it. His accuracy was off as a result. You saw that all day. He completed 26 out of 49 passes. They still attempted 49 passes, even though Frank Gore was brought on to sort of, help the run game. Not sort of, to help the run game. Frank Gore, Andre Johnson, like I said, older veteran players, but for the first time they really looked old and slow. Andre Johnson, 4 receptions, 24 yards, the drop 2-point conversion. Frank Gore, 8 carries, 31 yards. Left the game with cramps. It wasn't scorching hot. It was kind of cold and rainy, so I don't know what would cause them. These things happen. They looked old. The Bills led 24-0 in this game against the AFC Championship participating. I say participating because they got just throttled. Indianapolis Colts. The schedule is what it is. I know it probably helped if we had them at home. It might have been different if we were in Indianapolis, but the schedule is what it is. You play who you play. And now we have the Super Bowl champion New England Patriots at home this week. And I'm obviously going to get into that matchup. This is huge. It's week 2, and it feels like playoff caliber games already, or playoff preview games. I think the Bills went out and proved to everyone that they're a force to be reckoned with. That defense is legit. The offense looks improved. Tyrod Taylor looks like he can play. We almost saw, had a flashback, so to speak, of the old Bills, when it was 24-0, and then it was 24-8, and the Bills make it 27-8, and it's 27-14. You're still sort of like, this isn't happening, right? This is not going to happen. And it didn't. The Bills thwarted the comeback attempts, maybe showed that they're sort of turning a corner a little bit. In, recent years, would you have felt safe with that lead? With 24-0, yeah, maybe. But when the comeback starts happening and they cut it to 2 scores, you worry a little bit. I was sitting on the sidelines like this. Tell me this isn't happening. Didn't happen. Very, very impressed by the Bills. Pretty much from start to finish. They didn't let Andrew Luck score until the end of the 3rd quarter. They had no points till the end of the 3rd quarter. And it was on 4th and goal when they scored. And it was like clearly a miscommunication between Aaron Williams and Bakari Rambo, because they got crossed up on the crossing route. That's obviously what that play is designed to do. It worked. It happens. It's football. They're going to score. You're not going to shut everybody out. I love the game of Stephon Gilmore, batting down passes, getting in the faces of wide receivers, being very aggressive. Awesome. Ronald Darby struggled at the beginning. They looked his way all the time. T.Y. Hilton got open, had 6 or 7 catches in the first half. Bills certainly benefited from him leaving the game. But injuries are part of the game. It is what it is. You don't ask for this to happen. It just happened. You still have to win the game. I love Nickel Roby as the nickel corner. That guy is a stud. He can blitz. He can cover. He is athletic. It's just unreal. Unreal nickel corner. Love him. Love the way Bakari Rambo stepped in after Corey Graham went out on the first play with a concussion. Do think we need Corey Graham back for his smarts against the Patriots, because Rambo, as much as I liked his game, might get exposed a little bit by Tom Brady. I don't know, it might be something that they look at. They try to find mismatches there. I love Aaron Williams. Aaron Williams is the quarterback of the secondary. I have the benefit of being on the sidelines. Anybody watching it on TV or at the game can just see Aaron Williams just calling out coverages and everything to everybody, even the linebackers. There's great communication there. I love it. And Rex Ryan coach defense. It's the perfect harmony, to be honest with you. It's awesome. I've bought in completely. I had bought in already, but now that I've seen it in a game against Andrew Luck, one of the best quarterbacks in the league, if not the best, completely bought in. Nigel Bradham, touch on the linebackers, looks like he might be tough to re-sign. That guy just keeps making an impact. Love Preston Brown. Manny Lawson, the veteran, making an impact. Love it. Only a couple of sacks by the Bills. I would expect that number to increase. Like I said, Andrew Luck is built for the type of pressure the Bills threw at him. He's elusive. He can make plays on the run, but he was very inaccurate. The pressure was there. He went 26 of 49. Why are they throwing the ball 49 times? They're supposed to want to run the ball now with Frank Gore. Whatever. I don't care. I don't care what the Colts do, because the Bills made it difficult for them all day long. And the sack number should only go up with Darius returning next week. Offensively, Tyrod Taylor looked good. 14 of 19 passing, had 195 yards, 41 rushing yards. A beautiful touchdown to Percy Harvin. LaShawn McCoy struggled on the ground, but the Bills still ran for 147 as a team. McCoy was a threat in the passing game, caught 2 big passes for more than 20 yards. McCoy is the type of player who probably wanted to prove something, wanted Chip Kelly to see some highlights of him. And he had a touchdown called back by penalty, don't forget that as well. But like I said, he probably wanted Chip Kelly and the Eagles to see what they gave up. Don't worry, LaShawn. You won, Nick Foles won, Jeremy Maclin won, and Chip Kelly lost. Don't worry about it. Only 4 different players caught passes from Tyrod Taylor: Percy Harvin, McCoy, Charles Clay, and Robert Woods. Don't get hung up on Sammy only getting 2 or 3 targets and not catching any passes. He would have scored a touchdown if Tyrod didn't overthrow him on that one. He had Vontae Davis beat. But Sammy will have an impact this season. Just, you don't have to force the ball to him. Why? You're up 17-0, 24-0. Your offense is clicking. You don't need to force Sammy Watkins the ball. Sammy was open a couple times. And Tyrod missed him once, and he found different options other times. Like, just don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. The stat sheet will show that the Bills were true to the ground and pound with 36 runs and 19 passes. But Tyrod ran 9 times, and even if 2 or 3 of those are planned runs, which I can't remember if they were, that makes it closer to about 30 runs and 25 throws, which is pretty much what I expect it to be. They sort of stay true to the ground and pound by the numbers, and it's made more effective, obviously, by the threat of Tyrod on his legs. So, obviously hoping they can carry that momentum into this week. New England, same old story, same old song and dance. Bill Belichick, Tom Brady, Rob Gronkowski. Whatever. The difference, Rex Ryan. Rex Ryan has a new Bills team, a new attitude, a new confidence that is infectious throughout his team and the fans. The fans want to get the Guinness Book of World Records there this week to try to break the record for loudest stadium that Kansas City set a couple years back. Why not? Love the confidence. They got to make it tough. It was loud last week. They made it loud for Andrew Luck. Let's make it louder for Tom Brady. I expect it. They chanted, "We want Brady." Be careful what you ask for. But I love the confidence. Rex has breeded this confidence through the fans and his players. And he has not a great history against them. He's 4-10, including the playoffs, I believe. But he has this tendency to frustrate Tom Brady. The last 4 meetings, he's only 1-3 against them. But he's had some pretty rough Jets teams. And Brady's quarterback rating has been 76.1 or lower 3 out of those 4 games. He's completed less than 55% of his passes 3 out of those 4 games. And his yards per attempt has been 5.2 or lower in 3 out of those 4 games. Yet the Patriots have still won 3 out of 4 times. But their average margin of victory is only 2 points. The Patriots won by 3, they won by 2, and they won by 1. The Jets won by 3 in 2013. So, I mean, these games they're close. Rex is keeping them close. And I expect him to do that again because I think this is the best defense he's had. Maybe not the best corners with, because of Revis and Cromartie, but, Revis and Cromartie weren't there the past 2 years. He was in New England, and Revis was in Tampa the year before that. So, there you go. The Patriots will get LeGarrette Blount back. I'm not sure how that running attack is going to work. It might be 50-50 with Dion Lewis, who Rex, I don't know what he's doing. He keeps saying he doesn't know Dion Lewis's name. And maybe he's daring Bill Belichick to play Dion Lewis over LeGarrette Blount. I'm not sure what the thought process is there. Whatever. But I'm sure that they will both see touches. It'll probably be a big Julian Edelman game. It always is, unfortunately. It will probably be a big Gronk game. It always is. I'm not sure who's going to cover him, how they're going to cover him. All I know is you need to put 2 guys on him in goal line sets. I can't stand seeing, it happened with Jimmy Graham, it happened with Rob Gronkowski. It happened last week against the Steelers. They line up in goal line set, throw Gronk out to the side, put 1 linebacker out there. Why? You know the ball's going there 1,000 times out of 1,000. Just split 2 guys out there. You take that option away. It's just so dumb. I can't figure that out. The key to beating Brady and the Patriots is always said to be pressure up the middle, and it's obviously easier said than done, but the offensive line is inexperienced. The interior offensive line is inexperienced. Trey Jackson, one of the guards, and David Andrews, the center, they're both rookies. Josh Klein, the other guard, has only started 6 games in 3 years. And you get a hungry Marcel Darius back. You have Kyle Williams. You've lined up Mario at defensive tackle last week. You have stunts and stuff to confuse these guys. They're still experienced at tackle with Vollmer and Soldier. So I expect outside blitzes to be a little bit tougher as usual. But just start bringing it up the middle. That's what I would expect. The Patriots aren't that good defensively either. I would give Sammy Watkins the edge over Malcolm Butler. He made 1 play in the Super Bowl. Antonio Brown cooks everybody, but he made some ridiculous catches this past week, but he had 9 catches for 133 yards. I give any Bills receiver the advantage over Bradley Fletcher. There's mismatches to be had with Harvin and Woods and Charles Clay. The Patriots linebackers are athletic. Collins, Hightower, Chandler Jones is there. It helps if Dominique Easley doesn't play. But the Bills they have to win both matchups on the lines. The offensive line has to be ready. Protect Tyrod. I know that this all sounds so simple. But the Bills just have to win both matchups on offensive line and defensive line. That seems like the key to winning just about every game, and it might be. But it's certainly the key to beating Tom Brady. And, it's like I said, it's easier said than done. So I want everybody out there at the Bills game, find tickets on StubHub. They're all over. They're expensive. I know. I'll be on the field, scoreboard, end zone, one of the corners. I switch sides depending on when the Bills score. Wave, say, hey, what's up? I'm down there, waving a flag, going nuts. Sometimes the flag gets the best of me, depends if it's windy, rainy, etc. But, laugh at that if you want. It's fine. I want everyone there because the Bills are going to beat the Patriots. I said it. There it is. They're going to beat the Patriots 24-23. There you go. Bills are beating the Patriots. Guys, thank you for coming this far in the video. I hope I'm right this time. I have a weird way of just picking. I have a weird way of bad luck with this picking thing. But the Bills, they're unpredictable, man. I want everyone to have a good weekend and be at the game and be loud. All right, guys? Enjoy your weekend. Go Bills!